You guys with this cash flow problem. This is unit 3.7. What we're going to do is go through an example. So here's the example over here. This little guy's got something going on. She plans to commence trading on August 1, which means she's going to get it going. And she has put an initial capital of $6,500 into the company to get this going. So what we'll do is take this information and construct a cash flow. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to have a word over here that says opening balance. Okay. The other thing that you're going to do is you're going to put August, September, October, and November for the dates. So she's only going to start August, September, October, November. So with an opening balance, we're going to put this down. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to put what is called inflows. This is money coming into the company. And then the next thing that you're going to do, down below, I'll leave some space. You're going to have, come on, total inflow. Next one, outflows. Leave some space. I don't know. Let's see, 1, 4. Then you have total outflow. Flow. Then the next thing is you have net flow, net cash flow, and then the very last thing is you have a closing balance for that particular month. So once you have this part set up, and it'll really be the same for every single problem. Now let's look at what's going on. So she started off with an initial investment of $6,500. So for the month of August, how much did she start out with? She invested $6,500, okay, in her company. The next information, she predicts that sales for the first 3 months will be as follows. So I'm going to put the word, we'll say cash sales, all right? And you'll see this a little bit different down the line. So I'm going to go cash sales. For the month of August, she has 2,000. Might as well fill it across. For the month of September, 5,500. October, 32. And then November, 3,000. Okay. Now looking at the next part, it looks like she's buying some stock. So that looks like that money's going out. Rent, she's got to pay her rent, so that's money going out. The utility bills, money going out. And other expenses, of course, that's money going out. So it doesn't look like in this particular problem that there is any more cash, okay, coming into the company. But what I will do is I'm going to say something called credit sales. So that would be money coming in as well. So those inflows, let me see if I can do this, sorry. I'll make green, that's good money coming in. So it looks like the total inflow for August, she only has $2,000 coming in from sales or predicted sales. Now I'll go to the outflows. She's got stock purchase, and that is exactly half the value of the sales, so that would be 1,000. What's half of 5,500? Anybody? 2,750. What's half of 3,200? 1,600, and then 1,500. Does everybody see this where I got this? And you are going to be a red one, because that's money going out. So the stock purchases, it says right here, stock purchases cost exactly half the value of the sales each month. So that's where I'm getting 1,000, which is half of the sales. Let me put a 0 in here because there's no credit sales. Nobody's allowed to buy on credit. Okay, next one is she's got to pay the rent. Rent is paid every 2 months starting in September. She is paying $2,000 per month. Then skip. There's another 2 months, every 2 months. So there's another $2,000. Come on, why do you go red? Get in there. Go red. Go red. All right. The other thing she has is utility bill. Utility. And that is $500 a month. And she has other expenses are expected $1,800, so we'll just call these miscellaneous expense. In the first month, 1,800, and then every month after that, 1,100. Okay. So I built this out. You could do it month to month. You're going to finish this for me, or I'm not going to go through the whole thing. But what we'll get, okay, is if I add these up, okay, I get $3,300 of total outflow. Net flow, okay, is taking inflow minus outflow. So if I take $2,000 and subtract it from 3,300, I get a number that I'm not going to like too much. This would be, well, let me do this. I don't know if it'll let me. Oh, it does. This would be a negative flow for this month. So what you'll do, okay, for the closing balance is, well, if she has a negative flow of $1,300, but she put into the company $6,500 of her own money, her closing balance at the end of the month is $5,200. Even though she has a negative cash flow, remember she put this $6,500 into the company. So what we need, this amount here, this closing balance, okay, is now going to become the opening balance for the next month, because this is monies that you're not going to get rid of. You're going to carry them to the next month. So now let's do this problem. So we have total inflow of, let's see, you only have sales, so this is 5,500. We have total outflow of 6,350. So if my math is right, subtract 6,350, I get a negative $850, okay, of flow for that month. My closing balance now is taking this opening minus, or well, in this case, a negative 850, and I end up with $4,350 as the closing balance for September. Where does this amount go? Well, we just got done saying that that amount goes, okay, to the opening balance for the next month. And then you would continue, right? Our inflows for October, we only have sales of 3,200. I have total outflows of 3,200. My flow, 0. So I'm still left with how much? You guessed it, 4,350. And where does that 4,350 go? It now becomes the opening balance for the next month. And then you would do the same. So why use this? Sorry, this video is so long. Why use this? It's going to really keep track of money that's coming in and out of the company. You know, how profitable are you? How liquid are you? How highly geared are you? Problems with cash flow? Well, as you can see, she doesn't have a really good strategy for sales. Yes, sales has started okay, but she needs to improve the strategy for sales or growth. Maybe her guys are not as efficient. Maybe need to motivate them. How can you improve cash flow? I don't know. Maybe look at your expenses. Maybe you don't need that $1,000 cell phone. Maybe we don't need to go to the most expensive colleges. Maybe we don't need to drive the nicest cars. We need to find ways that we can cut money in order to improve cash flow. So hopefully this helps. This is the only way that I know how to do it, and I'm going to post this on our YouTube channel, and then we'll have a problem with this.